I would like to say at the beginning of this, I am not an expert. Brother, I am not an expert. I'm honestly, this is probably one of the maddest you'll see me. Like I'm pretty mad right now. I have been receiving a little bit of hate, a little bit of backlash for thinking something is a confetti when they say it's not. Now, I don't, we'll get into that. Unfortunately, there seems to be a controversy in the crested gecko hobby community, whatever you want to call it, and I'm sick of it. I want clarity. So I went straight to the source and figured out what a confetti crested gecko is, and I am suggesting naming different domations if you think. I do want to say this too before I start. If you have anything hateful to say, shut up and don't comment it. I want peaceful, respectful conversations in the comments. If you say something wild, Daddy Dalmatian is going to put you on mute. Just this is a respectful place. I'm trying to get to the bottom of this because there's not very much clarity, and that is the point of this video. I want clarity on what the heck a confetti crested gecko is, because when I ask people, is it a trait? Is it not? Is it a line? Everybody has different answers. So let's go straight to the source and figure this out together. Let's go. Really quickly, this is just a side note. A lot of people differentiate morphs and traits, or they say my crested gecko is a Dalmatian. Your crested gecko is not a Dalmatian. I'm sorry to say this. People think that the Dalmatian trait is a morph, but many different morphs of crested gecko can be Dalmatian. A Dalmatian spot or Dalmatian spots, or the different kinds, whatever, can be on any morph. It can literally be on any morph. It can be on a lily white, it can be on a patternless, it can be on a bicolor, it can be on a brindle. Those are all morphs. The Dalmatian spot and other things are traits. Dalmatian spotting is a trait, it is not a morph, if that makes sense. I would like to go over what a confetti is, or what I thought it was and what a lot of people think it is. Now, some people say it's a line from altitude, and that's all it is just a line, it's not a trait. Now, what I was taught and what I've heard for the last, I don't know how many years, 4 years at least, is that confetti is when a Dalmatian crested gecko has at least 2 differing color spots and an equal amount of those spots. Now, that is what I've always been taught a confetti is for the past 4 plus however many years. Nobody's given me shit until now. So I just wanted to clarify, that is what I thought a confetti was. Some people say and live and die on the hill of, it's only Brian's line and that's all it is. So that's why I wanted to go to Brian himself and talk about it. Brian from Altitude Exotics, if you guys don't know. So Brian named his, I reached out to him directly, so I'll literally put up my text to him, and then I will read you my text that he sent back to me, and then we can talk about it, because I think that's very crucial. I wanted to go straight to the source. I'm sick of hearing what everybody else's opinion is. Why not just go straight to the source? You know what I'm saying? Why not? So this is what I said, and you guys can read along if you'd like. It's up to you. I said, hey man, can you provide me with some clarity? Seems the community is confused about confetti. I understand you have a confetti line, but is confetti also a trait? Or is it only your specific line and people throw out confetti incorrectly? I've heard 2 to 3 different colored spots was a confetti. Now I'm hearing it's only your confetti line that's confetti. Please help, LOL. All right, that was my message to Brian. Now this is Brian's message back to me. So the guy that coined the term confetti, this is what he said, okay? So this is what he said. Hey there, confetti as a term didn't exist before me. I coined it as my project name for my red spot superdals, okay? I'm in agreement. I'm not denying that Brian didn't coin the term. That's not where I'm, in a disagreement. By the way, he said red spot, not multicolored spot. But let me just finish this and then I'll go into it. Confetti as a term didn't exist before me. I coined it as my project name for my red spot superdals. Now that's where it started. Some people still consider only geckos directly from me to be confetti. Others consider confetti to be a morph name, which I think he meant trait, because obviously it's not a morph, it's a trait, for red spot Dalmatians. It has nothing to do with how many different colored spots there are. In my view, geckos with red spots, either all red or a mix of red and black, are confetti. Geckos with all black spots are considered normal Dalmatians. Think of it like superdal versus ink spot, but in this case, superdal versus confetti. So, the man who coined the term himself thinks that a confetti crested gecko is one with red spots. I personally consider that a red spot Dalmatian. Now, I want to get everybody on the same page. So for transparency's sake, Brian is saying his red spot line even if it has black spots or even if it's just red, was his confetti line, okay? I and a lot of people, well-known, prominent people, have always thought that confetti was 2 to 3 different color spots on a gecko, and they're equally placed throughout the gecko and equal numbers about them, roughly. So for example, you cannot have a confetti be a gecko that has all black spots and 1 red spot. That's not truly a confetti because it's not equal numbers in the past. Now I'm saying going forward, how would we like to name all of this stuff, since Brian has a line? His line is his confetti line. Now I'm also thinking personally that confetti is also a trait, because what do you call a gecko that has multiple different color spots? There is no name. That is the name that everyone has been using. So why don't we still use that? So the hard part is Brian coined the term. So that's where it's different from like Mardi Gras or splatter line. That's the difference, okay? Brian coined the term about red and red spot Dale. Sorry, I keep saying black, but it was red spot. A lot of them have black spots as well. But Brian coined that term. Everybody's kind of just giving me crap saying, well, it's not a line, it's not a trait, it's a line. Well, everybody uses that as a trait. Multiple different color spots, they've called confetti ever since I've been in the hobby. So going forward, I have an idea. So everyone is on the same page. Everybody can stop their bickering. I am not an expert. I am a hobbyist. This is my opinion. That's what the comments are for, so we can discuss. Now, so everyone is on the same page. Going forward, this is what I suggest we do to fix any clarification issues or any issues whatsoever. If you get a gecko from Brian and it's his confetti line, you should put confetti line. Since they're the same name and one's a line and one's a trait, I think you should just put confetti, not confetti line. You get it? Confetti line. That is the difference. One is a line, one is a trait, in my opinion, because I think we need to name the gecko spots when, you know what I'm saying? I think that's what it should be. So my opinion is a black and red spot gecko, or a gecko that has 2 different number of spots that are in equal numbers throughout the gecko. So again, it can't just be like 1 red spot and 1 black, whatever. I think it should still be called a confetti. Now, everyone else and a lot of people I know think that 3 or more spots were a confetti in the past. I am going to suggest a new name for a Dalmatian trait right here, and I think that we should all kind of go with it, okay? I think that we should go with confetti for 2 different color spots on the gecko, or red, whatever. I think it should be 2, because a red spot gecko is a red spot Dalmatian, just like a normal Dalmatian is a normal Dalmatian. So then 2 colors should be a confetti in equal numbers again, and 3 colors I say we call a sprinkle Dalmatian, because there's multiple colors. Just think of sprinkles, multiple colors. Would that be a little bit more clear? You've got the confetti line, you've got confettis, and then you have sprinkles. You're telling me that's not much easier? That would bring clarity to everyone. If you have Brian's line, you've got confetti line. If you have a confetti, you have a confetti. And if you have a sprinkle, which is 3 or more colors, I'm just made that up myself. Why don't we just use that? Because then if you still have the Mardi Gras line, you can put Mardi Gras. If you have spatter line, you can put that. If you have altitudes line, you can put that. Why wouldn't that seem much easier? Now, I understand people are going to say Brian wasn't the one that first made red spots, and Brian wasn't this, Brian wasn't that. I understand, but that as a community has been what it's been for so long. I have always heard that. I have never heard that his line is the only, like, that's the only way you can call anything a confetti. I've seen so many people, big prominent people, say, and I've got messages from them saying, I have heard the term confetti before Brian was working with it. People, well-respected people, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to argue with people that have 8, 10, 3 times the amount of following that I have. I'm not going to argue with people that have been in it for years and years and years and make a livelihood from this years and years and years, and are always at the forefront of every new crested gecko morph or every new other type of gecko morph. Like, there's certain people that, like, I just have an immense amount of respect for. And the people that want to just sit there and say, no, that's not true. Well, I asked the man himself, and he considers confetti to be red spots. I just don't, I understand he made the term, that's his line. It is what it is. For transparency and ease and for everybody being on the same page going forward, wouldn't it be so much easier to have Dalmatians, Super Dalmatians, ink spots, confettis, red spots, and sprinkle? It leaves nothing open for interpretation. Obviously, this is going to be a highly debated topic, and a lot of people are going to be pissed off. That's okay. I don't care. I want transparency, and I want everything to be equal, because some people are saying, people are just getting like, just ripped to shreds because they say something. I'm not going to say attacked, because it wasn't like, I don't know. I don't want to be dramatic, but like, I have had people give me a lot of shit over the last 2 days for having an opinion about this and thinking a certain thing. People that have been in the hobby just as long as me, people that, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and bash people, but like, I don't condone disrespect. I think that you can have a healthy conversation in the comments. I think we can have a healthy conversation in person. I just think that bashing people and saying you're wrong, where are you getting your info, when I'm getting my info from the main guy who coined the term, is wild. How can you disagree with the guy that made the term? Now, I'm saying, I think nowadays, now that everything's evolved, and crested geckos, especially over the last 5 to 10 years, have evolved so much. So much has changed. So if you're back in the mindset of, well, 10 years ago, Brian made this and it was his confetti line. Well, things change. Don't be a boomer. Don't be a boomer. All you the freaking boomer that hit me up and was freaking out, quit being a boomer. Times change. Names change. Geckos get reclassified. Animals get reclassified. Don't be a freaking boomer. And no offense to the old people out there, because there's some older people that watch my stuff and I freaking love you. I'm just saying. This is a joke about being a boomer, but like, come on, man. I would just like transparency, so everybody, like, an owl is an owl and a duck is a duck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want transparency, I want honesty, and I want everybody to be on the same dang page, because I am sick and tired of people just fighting about this. Like, let's just name it something and move on. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got your Dalmatians, you've got your Super Dalmatians, you've got ink spots, you've got red spots, you've got bullseye or target spots, you've got confetti, which I think is a trait. Let me know in the comments if you think confetti is a trait or it's only his line. And then you also have sprinkle. So the sprinkle Dalmatian, I think, needs to take effect. Project Sprinkle Dalmatian is going to be taking place. I'm going to start pushing that because I think that is awesome. I think it would bring a lot of clarity, and I think that would be awesome. Now, a lot of people are going to say I'm doing this selfishly, or I'm trying. Somebody said I was trying to spread misinformation. Like, to be honest with you, I have some geckos that are extremely nice. You guys have all seen Mercury probably, and if not, you're about to. I have not even started selling my red spot Dells. I have not started selling, you know what I'm saying? I haven't even started. I am keeping everything. I am not in this for the money. I'll get even closer again. I am not in this for the money. I have probably 30 or so geckos that I need to list that I have not listed. I am not in this for the money. I'm in this to make sweet ass geckos and improve on the genes that I got. I got good geckos from people that I trust and from people that I want to build good lines from, and then I'm going to go off of them. I spent thousands of dollars on my stuff. I'm here to improve it and keep it going and keep getting better and better and better and better and better. That is my goal. I am not in it for the money. If anybody says that, you're crazy. You clearly don't know me and haven't watched any of my stuff. So just want to clarify that. I would also like to clarify, you don't need to attack anyone or whatever. I'm fine. I'm a big boy. I can handle when somebody comes at me. I just, you know, I stand on business, baby. I will defend myself and I will say whatever I need to that's accurate and the truth, and be respectful. I expect the same, and if people want to be rude or disrespectful,
fuck yourself a clock, okay?
You know, I guess that's them. But I am a grown-ass man. I expect to be treated like one, and I will treat you like an adult until you prove and act like a child, which some people have, not naming names. I hope that brought clarity. I hope we can agree on it. If not, let me know down in the comments. Again, be respectful. Again, this is my channel, baby. If you say something wild, I will mute you to where nobody will ever see any comment you put on my channel again. So, if you have something crazy to say and you want to be disrespectful, reach out to me privately, or do not put it in the comments because you will be blocked. I'm doing this for transparency's sake and trying to get answers. Nobody could answer me on if it was a trade or not. I asked straight up, is it a trade or is it a line? Nobody could tell me yes or no. Nobody could tell me trait, more like not trait or line, sorry, not morph. Nobody could tell me. So again, I just want transparency. I want everybody to be on the same page. Please leave a like, share this. I want everyone to see this. I want Altitude, I want Tiki's Gecko, everybody in geckos, I want to see this, I want to share this, and I want your opinion in the comments. Whether you agree or disagree, I'm not going to just hate on you. I clearly have my opinion. I think that certain things should be named certain things, as I've discussed. I just wanted to hear your opinions down in the comments, and I'm hoping that we can put this to rest and define what confetti and define what sprinkle are going forward. Again, sprinkle I coined. Maybe somebody else said it at some point. I've legitimately never heard of that. I just thought of it today. Again, this has all happened over the last day and a half. So this is all real quickly edited video. It's not going to be super heavily edited. I just wanted to get it out and talk to you guys and get this off my chest because quite honestly, I'm sick of getting attacked and people telling me I'm wrong and I'm an idiot basically and yada yada yada, and that people with more experience tend to know these things. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I promise you I will be a lot more happy in our next video. Unless I talk about this again, I might do one more video on this depending on how everything goes, but we will see. So make sure you like, share this with everyone. Please share and please comment. I swear to you, please, I am begging you to share, like, and comment, please, because I want to know everybody's opinion. I've been told I'm wrong a lot. I want to know how everybody else feels about it and what you think of my ideas. Let me know your opinions down in the comments, and let's start a movement. Let's get Sprinkle as part of the Dalmatian, I guess, traits. Sprinkle as one of the Dalmatian traits. Let's try it. I mean, why not? It needs a name. We need to name these things so we can go about them and use them going forward. Now, if it's a line of something, say line. If it's not, just say the confetti. Same thing with charcoal, but we're not even going to touch charcoal. I would say charcoal line or just charcoal, but again, I'm not even going to step into that one. That's a whole nother topic, and I love my Dals. I'm sticking with Dals. So, thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one. Hopefully in a better mood. I love you guys, and I can't wait to hear your opinion, and I know you got me in the comments. Oh yeah. Best O-lineman in the league, baby. Panay Sewell, get it. I was just editing and I had one more thought. By the way, if you're one of the people that says, you know, I don't want to change, I'm not going to name myself a confetti because you say so, or a sprinkle because you say so, that's okay. You can continue to be a boomer. That's why, you know, you're a boomer.
Oh my God!
You probably cook on a fire. Like, you don't probably use a stove. Why use technology? That's advancement. Why you do that at all, right? Why cook on a stove? You probably cook on fire. You probably live outside in like a tent or something, right? You don't have any modern technology, do you? Do you have electricity? So things change? Especially in crested geckos the last 10 years? Something to think about.